don't think it's going to be a real long video. We're going to take a mid-review look at this KATSU knife JT03 because I've absolutely fallen in love with it. So let's turn this around and take a look at this modern version of an ancient knife. So guys, I know that we just saw this knife the other day, and it was in the video that I did, because I was the first channel that got this knife. So I was in a kind of a big rush to get that video filmed, and I hadn't done much with it. As a matter of fact, I filmed it at like 10 o'clock at night, but I have absolutely fallen in love with this knife. I'm going to show you why, because it reminds me so much. It's actually a modern version of another knife that I absolutely love, the Higo no Kami, which is a Japanese utility work knife. My father-in-law said that when he was a kid, everybody had one of these in their school desk. Their box of stuff for sharpening pencils. So this is just a simple design, little friction folder with a thumb actuator. But what this is this on steroids. So let's get this out of the way. Look at this real close. So you have the same overall blade shape and design. You have the same overall handle shape and design, but it is a frame lock and it is a pocket knife with a pocket clip. This thing is absolutely insane. Now, there are some people that have commented that this looks gas station knife-esque, but what it is it's just an old design that has been brought into the modern. This is done with the Mars Valley carbon fiber, titanium hardware, titanium scales, and an S35VN blade. It is a frame lock top flipper, and I'm digging this a lot. So this blade comes down to a really piercing point. It is incredibly sharp. I mean ridiculously sharp. And it cuts so well. Now, this is not a small knife. You're looking at just at about 9 inches or a little over 9 inches overall. And it is nuts how good this carries. It's nice and light because it's in titanium, big 4-inch steel blade. And it's slightly radiused from heel to tip. So you can still do some like swiping, slicing cuts, but you can also just really power into something like you would with a Wharncliffe, because this is kind of Wharncliffe's or sheep's foot-esque. It's just a Japanese style blade that they used. The handles are really straight. I mentioned that in the first video, but what I found is the comfort level on them is great. You've got this big pocket clip, but it's not at all an issue of being a hot spot or anything like that. But this big pocket clip adds some more thickness in here, and it just feels really good in hand, feels really secure. What I found is the comfort level and cutting comes from, this was designed really well. It comes from the fact that then turns into a thumb ramp that goes both ways. So you've got a spot where you can get your thumb on it and then power in, and it's not at all sharp. Your jumping here is just about perfect if you want to use that side of the thumb ramp. And the handles, even though they're really straight, give you a really comfortable, secure grip. And they've got a spot here and here where you can absolutely get your fingers on it. So this is kind of mid-review video that I'm doing here because I like this so much. I just wanted to give you guys another chance to look at it before we get into the final review process. Now, they did send this to me, so I'm going to be honest. They sent this to me. It might be the best one that came off the line, but I haven't seen any issues with anything from the KATSU knives because I've gotten them from other people. I even bought one myself. So KATSU is really offering a lot with this. This is a big, beefy knife. Now, with any knife, there's going to be a couple things. I have found a couple small things that I don't like about it, in the course of this, but we're going to save that for the final review video. I just wanted to show you guys this knife again because it is just amazingly good at what it is. And like I said, it is just a modern version of something I already loved. I love the fact it's a locking version of this. And if you're interested in these, you can find these a lot of places. I did a video that had the Higo no Kami in it where I talk about its knives that you shouldn't pass up, especially considering the old guy that makes the actual Higo no Kami. He's the last member of the guild. He doesn't have an apprentice. When he passes away, there will be no actual Higo no Kamis anymore. If you're interested in that, you can look up why online. You can find out information about that. But back to this, just beautifully done. The action on this is ridiculously good. It is just shy of fall shut, just a shake shut home. And it's one of those few that I can actually front flip with my index finger, which is out of character for me. I just dig this so much. big shout out to KATSU Knives for sending this. I love this knife so much. The finish on this has held up really well. I was going to mention this. So the handles are anodized, but this is a titanium nitride finish that is on this. It's a coating that's on this S35 VN blade. And it has held up really well because I've done a good bit of cutting with this, and all it does is it just kind of like, it shines up, and then when I wipe it off, it's just like residue on the blade. So yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with this if you're into something like this. It's got a very unique feel to it. So at any rate, I just wanted to give this knife a little bit more love because I'm having a hard time getting this out of my pocket. So I needed to do this so that I could put it up and get it in other stages of review with other knives. So yeah, guys, if you haven't seen the first video about it, you can check that out up here. Let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, send you out about your day. No negatives on this right now. We'll save those for the final review video. It's kind of unusual for me to fall in love with something like this so much. This thing is just a great all-around knife, which makes sense because the Higo no Kami design has been around for centuries. This thing is great. It is an awesome, awesome knife. You should check them out. I will put a link to it down below so you guys can take a look at them. Awesome. Awesome. Big shout out to KATSU Knives for sending this along. So guys, with that being said, there will be a full review of this knife in the future. I just wanted to do this. I had to, or it was just going to stay in my pocket all the time. So, you guys know what to do. I didn't put a sponsor in this video, but you guys know Coffee Brand Coffee, Tempered Trail, Doll Strong Knives are all sponsors. Coffee Brand Coffee and Tempered Trail have a discount code built in. I have a coupon code that will save you 40% over at Beyond EDC Knives. That coupon code is Crazy Sharp, all one word, all lowercase. And it also works at Ferrum Forge Knife Works and Rosecraft Blades. Saves you 10% at there. So 40% at Beyond EDC, 10% at Ferrum Forge and Rosecraft. So I have affiliate links with most of the major vendors and the budget knife brands that you see on the channel a lot. So check those out if you're going to buy any knives. I have an Amazon store. You can take that, pin it to your browser. None of those cost you anything at checkout, but it does support the channel. I've built a public Discord that's down below. Click on that link that says join the community. And you can also check out my memberships. There's a private Discord. I do exclusive content. I do giveaways, and I have a premium tier sharpening tutorial series. So just pick the level that suits you best. Guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I'll see you in the next video.